Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to another episode from me, Avomance, on the Avomancia Peninsula. We are actually inside the walls again, which makes for a nice change every now and again to be inside the walls. We've done quite a lot of work around this end of the area. It's looking quite built up now. I'm quite happy, especially with that really nice, cool double peak tower in the background. This is what we did last week. You can see we boosted it all up, and we got a few more houses and things like that, and the villagers have now started to spread downwards. You can see this fella is already doing his job, which is fantastic. This bit here is still a little bit bare. I'm going to do something with that, but I have also done, facing the wrong way, I've also done a little bit more work in this direction. You can see the further we go here, the blander and flatter this all gets. So we're going to have to sort that out eventually, although not necessarily right at this moment. I mean, especially look behind that, where my all my inventory is. All of my storage it couldn't be more blank, could it? I've got to sort that out. That's appalling. And then, but if I come here, I'll show you what I've done since the last episode, all off camera. And I've made the right hand side. I sort of came out of the castle and I looked right, and it looked fabulous. I'm just going to come. I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to do again. I'm going to do a reenactment. This is a medieval reenactment. So I came out of here. Ah, that's what they do in medieval reenactments. They just shout at each other like like that. And I looked right, and that looked fab, and I was really happy with that. And I looked left, and it was like, well, that's a bit drab, isn't it? So I came up and I did some work, and you can see what I've done. Can I get up there? Yes, I can. You can see what I've done. I've done a load of bushes, so as we've got a little bushy side, a bushy side doodah there. We've changed up the cart just ever so slightly, the abandoned cart, and we've put in a load more crops here. We've brought in all the bushes so they lap onto the path. I'm going to keep this wooden part. Wooden? That's not wooden, that's stone, Avomance. I'm going to keep this stuff. That's why you keep building stuff wrong, isn't it? Because you think stone is wood and wood is stone. You're going to keep this path as it is because it's a direct link from the opening of the citadel into the dock area. So it makes sense to keep it. It would be kept up quite well, I think. So we've got all of this area here, which I really quite like. This is the back entrance into the enchanting den. I'll do some kind of clever entrance for that, not entirely sure yet, because that's effectively a sideway into the citadel that hasn't got, although it's not barred, but you know what I mean, it's not protected, so I need to be careful. And then round here there was like this open area, and I thought, what can I do with that? I can't just put loads of bushes on it, that wouldn't do at all. So I've come up and I've made just a little barn hay storage area surrounded with some leaves, just to make it, I don't know, a little bit nicer, I think. And it works quite well. If I come up to where the beacon is, and when I've stopped building, this beacon's coming out as well, and we're putting something on top of this, not entirely sure what yet, but if I come up here, you can see that now looks like a natural extension of the village with a little bit of storage, and it brings the docks into the village rather than having that gap, because the gap is no good. We don't do gaps. Look, now it's all lovely. That becomes a natural part of it, and coming around this way, that becomes a natural part of it. Bish bash bosh. We've got a continued flow through. But then what happens, of course, is this fella here, this whole kind of hill thing becomes a bit disjointed, and this bit on the right hand side also becomes a bit disjointed. That block is definitely not meant to be there. So I need to do some more work on this side as well. But you get my bobby, right? It's all making sense. We've got a load of nitwits. They don't do any work. It's appalling. But we have got a few decent people in here. What's your trades? Well, iron for... You're a bit expensive, mate. You're even more expensive. Oh, my goodness. What about you? Coal for... Well, I suppose we could kind of trade up along all of you, couldn't we? It would work eventually. But what I do need to do first today, because it is now gone Christmas and it's into January, I need to switch off the Christmas tree. So I'm going to come along with my dirt block, my newly acquired dirt block in my hand, and we're going to go and do the sad thing. I know, we only turned it on, I think it was last episode, wasn't it? But we've got to go and do the sad thing, otherwise you have bad luck, you see. And obviously, being the superstitious guy that I am, I'm not remotely superstitious, then I need to turn it off, because it will probably just upset a load of people. And then we've also got to decorate, because again, it's all flat in here as well. I walk around and I realise just how badly flat all of this stuff is. It's appalling. Right, look at that. So it's a lovely Christmas tree. I'm really sorry, peeps, but I've got to turn you off. So, flap up. Come on, turn off. Can't reach it. There you go. All sorted. And that is off for another year. Sad times. However, even though we have started this episode inside, I am actually going to venture outside because I've got an idea for something that I think could look quite cool on the outside of it. But we need to travel a little bit because it is right over the other side of the hill on the right. The path leads. So we're just going to wander around. If you remember, we got to go out this door. This takes us, and it's really the only true exit out of the citadel. So we've got to come out this way, double gate it, airlock-tastic, and come out and around here. If you've not seen this, this has been done for a little while now. It looks absolutely brilliant. But rather than turn left off towards the abandoned barn and the tower, we're going to turn right, and we're going to come down this way. And what I want to do is something with this hole right here. I'm just going to sneak in. Don't fall down the hole, Avomance. Sneak, sneak, sneak. This hole is going to become something that I think could be quite interesting. I've been doing a little bit of mining and digging and getting a number of diamonds and stuff like that and a decent amount of gold, because this is what I think will become Smugglers Cove. Yes, Smugglers Cove. Now, I would, if I was a different kind of person, claim that I'd started to dig this out, ready to make an entrance into the Smugglers Cave. But in reality, we all know it wasn't that. This was a creeper and it snuck up behind me and blew up. So I've now got to fix this because I don't want this to be the entrance. I want this to be kind of too big a drop so people don't come in, and I want the entrance to be a little bit more secret. It's a Smugglers Cave, for goodness sake. What do you want? A big sign that says Smugglers Cave, please all policemen look this way? No, that's not what we're doing. We're going to make that look a little bit more secretive. So I need to build this back up with some of the dirt the creeper blew up. We've not got 100% retrieval, unfortunately, but I did have a little bit of dirt. But I need to come and get a load of resources anyway, so I guess I get some extra dirt whilst I'm doing it, right? So just make this all like this. Very annoying because it also took out part of my path here, look, which I didn't think was sportsmanlike at all. Never known a sportsmanlike creeper. I ate him. Right, let's break these all the way. Oh, I've not run out of dirt. I've got 21 dirt left. My spider sense is tingling that this is not enough dirt. But I'll pop all that back in. And one under there. I've got 3 dirt left. No, not enough dirt. I'm going to have to go and get some resources and I'll be back in a minute. Right, so that is all fixed. And I've put just a little bit of fencing around it. Kind of a be safe, kids. Don't jump in the hole type thing. And we need to make sure that this looks as uninviting as possible, whilst at the same time catering for our needs. So I've got my shulker here. This is the shulker that I brought. I've got some bushes. I've got various slabs that's going to act as steps that you get down. I've got just a little bit of ore. I've got quite a number of diamond ores. I've only got a few diamond blocks because I'm using the diamond blocks in the Hall of Heroes, where we'll go in a little bit. But I have got plenty of emeralds because I've been trading with all the villagers. But I've only got a few emerald ores because they're relatively rare, and getting them out of the mountain biomes nearby takes a little bit of time. And then obviously I've got a bit more dirt and stuffs like that. So I'm just going to take this out, collect that fella up, and we're going to come this way, and we're going to basically trace the steps of your average smuggler. So I reckon the smuggler's going to come in a little rowboat, probably from miles outside there, and they're going to come up to this part of the beach here. This is what I'm reckoning. This is my vision of what goes on. And they're going to come up the path that is naturally occurring path here, but they're not going to go that way. They're going to sneak in this direction. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of a semi path, nothing too much, because obviously if it's too much, that wouldn't be good, because they don't want people to know that it's there. So it's going to come this way like that, and it's literally just that. It's just where foot tread has been. No fencing, no nothing like that. It's literally just foot tread. Although what I am going to do is I'm going to put one of those there and one of those there and I think one of those there, just to give a bit of a guiding light, but we're not making it too obvious. And then we're going to come in here, and what I want to do is I want to just shove a lantern under there, a lantern under there, and we've got this. I didn't make this. This is a natural doorway. It looks cool, doesn't it? Natural doorway. So I think that's going to be what we do. I'm going to have to jazz this area up so as it looks a little bit nicer, get rid of granite and stuff like that. But if I come along here, this is going to lend itself beautifully to the entrance. So what I need to do, I need to kind of mine out a little bit to the side here where these guys are going to basically come down. So they're going to come down in the wall. This is a little bit Goonies like. If you can imagine, if you've ever seen the film Goonies, this is how I imagine it's going to look when we're done. I'm just going to keep on digging. I'm just going to pop something there so I can see what I'm doing. And we're going to just continue down in a bit of a kind of circular motion, making it not too easy for people, but not too difficult because I do fall down a lot. And it's going to come around and down this way. And obviously we've got this opening here. I need to do something with that opening because we don't want that to be too easy either. So it's going to come down this way. And that comes down like that. And this comes down here. And you can see we've got the natural entrance to the cave like that. You see, so that's my theory. And you have to kind of go up and across and up here like this. So I'm going to make that look a little bit more jazzy. Put in some wood and stuff like that so as it looks a little bit more Goonies like. And as a result of that, I think this is going to look quite nice. I then don't know how we're going to get all the treasure in. So as you can't see it from the hole up there and can't see it from there either. It's a little bit worrying how I'm going to do that. I'm not entirely sure. Let me have a ponder. Sun's coming up over the boat and Avomancia over there. You can literally just see it in the distance. I've got the render set just so you can see it if you squint and put your head slightly to the side. I'm just checking around that nothing's going to eat my face. So I've come over to the mate space. Hello, Georgie. Hello, Georgie. How you doing? You're looking very fine there, Georgie. Have you just had a wash? Have you just had a wash and got all the bird poo off you? You're a good boy. I'm leaving you alone now. Bye-bye. Right, so we're coming round this way because it is time to celebrate some Hall of Heroes and a mate in the mate space. Lots of people to say thank you to today. If you want to skip it, please don't, because these people are really special. But if you do want to skip it, there is a timestamp in the description below. Feel free to click on that and everybody will just stare at you for doing so. Stu McClure. Stu, you've become a member. Thank you so much for becoming a member. It is a real pleasure to be able to clad you in leather atop the glowstone block. Thank you very, very much. I'm hugely grateful that you decided to do that. Thank you. We've had a number of people upgrade on the months as well. All the wall colours changing. We've got a number of 6-month people. And we've even got Kathy and Debbie. You've jumped to red. Amazing women. Both of you. Absolutely amazing women. Thank you so, so much. We're going through to the cobble area. Hello, puppies. How you doing today? Are you twins? Are you actual twins? Tweedledum, Tweedledee there. Look, amazing. Right, so come down this way. We're going to cobble in this hole here. And, oh my goodness, we've only gone and filled the cobble up, haven't we? Goodness me. Right, so we are coming here. Lisa was the last person that we said thank you to. So, one crafty lady. Aren't all ladies crafty? They are in my experience. But one crafty lady, thank you so much for becoming a cobblestone patron. It is an absolute pleasure to put you a doppelstone block clad in steel. Thank you. You're looking awesome up there. Serene Swede, really, really grateful that you've taken the time to become a cobblestone patron. It's great to see you on Avatopia as well. Thank you so much for joining the ranks. It is a pleasure, pleasure, pleasure to have you here, and thank you so much indeed. Chris, is that Moes or Mose? Chris Mose? I think that's how it's said. Chris, tell me in the comments How do you pronounce your surname? I'd like to get it right, but I think it's Chris Mose. So, Chris, thank you so much. I've clad you in steel, sir. It is a very strong steel because you need it to hold up the Serene Swede and Corbetts are on your right. They're quite heavy. So you need to hold them up. It's not them that's heavy, it's their armour. Yes, get those biceps rippling, Chris. Thank you so much for becoming a Cobblestone patron. Corbetts, thank you very much. You're looking fabulous atop the stone block. Really very, very grateful for you joining the Cobblestone ranks. Thank you so, so much. Derek Lahewson. Derek, thank you for joining the ranks. I've got you at the end here, mate, because I heard you had a really, really strong right arm. And as a result, the can won't fall over. So it's all on you, Derek. Thank you very much. You're looking fabulous in that steely iron armour and at the end of the can. Thank you so much for supporting. And it takes a strong person to stand atop a pedestal on their own. And Comic, I felt you were the person for that job. Thank you so much for becoming a Cobblestone patron. It is an absolute pleasure to be able to put your effigy right up on there. You lot are all awesome. It's filled. If I get any more of you, I'm going to have to make another room. I can have worse problems, frankly. Now, we're going up into the redstone area down here. I am going to do a map of this one day, and it will confuse the hell out of me. So I'm coming through into this room. Now, this room's also filling up. Not quite full, but nearly there. Look, goodness me. Right, so last time, Vivid Shadow was our last person. Julie Bowman. Julie has upgraded from Cobble. Upgrades are allowed. Thank you so much, Julie. You just look brill atop the red block, and I'm hugely, hugely grateful that you'd take the time to consider upgrading to redstone. Thank you. John Groft, you are welcome to the team, sir. Thank you so much for becoming a Redstone patron. It is an absolute pleasure to stick you in the middle of this can. You've got Julie to one side of you and Scott to the other side. I hope your friend selection is okay. Scott Woodcock. Scott, thank you so much. You're looking great in steel on a red block. I think the colour definitely suits your shoes. Thank you so much for becoming a Redstone patron. It is an absolute pleasure to have you amongst the ranks. Dead Boy NYC. Dead Boy NYC became a Cobblestone patron and then insta upgraded to Redstone. Upgrades are allowed. And thank you so much for doing that. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm loving seeing you on Avatopia. It is brilliant to have you as part of the community, and I'm absolutely delighted. Toddzilla 3000. That's a scary name. Really scary name. It's like, it's a cross between Godzilla and some kind of robot from Terminator. But you go for it, Todd. I'm absolutely delighted to put you next to Dead Boy NYC. He's a top bloke, so I'm sure you have a lot to talk about. You're looking fabulous in iron, and I'm really grateful for your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, you would think we are finished, but we are not. We have a returning friend, a very, very good returning friend, in fact. And Mr. Butts, Seymour Butts, he's back. He's back with a vengeance atop his diamond block. He said he missed a diamond and he really wanted it. So he has come back. He's a diamond patron again. And I could not be more happy. One of the toppest of top blokes in the entire top world. Thank you, Seymour Butts. It's great to have you back. An absolute pleasure. And I'm looking forward to chatting with you all over Avatopia. Good to have you back, buddy. If you would like to get involved with the Patreon and get your name in the Hall of Heroes and go and play on Avatopia and a number of other benefits, then all you need to do is go to avomance.com. That is avomance.com, and there will be all the information you need to become a patron right there. It'll be an absolute pleasure to have you there. What we've got now is Mate's Back. Oh, hang on a minute. I've got to go run past George because I've got no sign. I've got no sign. Right, come on. Sorry, George, I'm not talking to you. I'm coming around this way. We need a sign. There's the sign. I have my sign. Right, so now we've got to put someone in the mate space. Now, if you've not seen it, George, have you ever seen this? Of course you have. You live here. But every week, I try and put someone in the mate space that's been commenting or active on the channel or has been given good ideas or whatever. Maybe I just like the format of their hair. But I'm putting in the mate space today. What episode are we? We're episode 98. Are we really? Oh my goodness, episode 98. That's amazing. Right, so here we go. Episode 98. Oh, not 987. I'd be very old then, wouldn't I? Episode 98. We're putting someone in who comments quite a lot. Don't comment like as much as other people, but when he comments, he really rocks the comments. He really slaps one in. So I'm absolutely hugely grateful for my new friend, Todd Ackers, Todd, thank you very much for all the support you have given me. I realised I've spelled episode wrong. Let me put that right. That looks much better. Sorry about that, Todd. That went horribly wrong for a moment there, didn't it? Goodness me. Todd, thank you so much. It is brilliant to see you in the comments. It's always an absolute pleasure, and I'm glad I've given you some inspiration to be able to build your own stuff. It would be brilliant maybe to tweet me some of those images. It would be superb. So in honour of that, where's my rockets? My rockets are here. I'm going to flip these at your sandals, Todd. Get them in, you Zulu warrior. Oh, look, it went up then. Actually, just snuck through the hole. Lovely. Thank you, Todd. It's an absolute pleasure to get you into the mate space. We are taking off because I've got a Smugglers Cave. Oh, no, I've not done it right. There we go. That's better. Oh, I spammed too many. We got to go and see what's going on with the Smugglers Cave, right? So, I am a smuggler. I am smuggling. Today, I'm smuggling brown mushrooms because obviously they're contraband around these parts. So, I'm smuggling in. I'm coming in towards Avomancia. And I can see where I need to come in. I can see my secret beach. It's not that secret now. I've put it on a video. But it is a secret beach. Just go with it. It's amazing. And we're coming in. And no one knows what we're doing. So out I come. I leave my boat there because it's very secret. With my mushrooms. And I need to be very sneaky so the city guard don't find me. And rather than go towards the city, I come round to the side. No one could possibly ever see this secret entrance here. No, no, no. So we're coming inside. It's a little bit dark, but it's light enough so as nothing comes in to spawn to eat my face. And then I'm coming into my nice little tunnel that's got a little bit of storage. And then I come into my lair. This is my Smugglers Cave. And I come down. I've just put a little bit of cobble and stuff around it. Really well lit. I've blocked up that area using some vines and lots of bushes. Coming down into the cave. Here we are. So I've got some little bit of storage there where I can place stuffs. I've got my bed, my mate's bed. Don't know who my mate is because I came on my own. But I've got 2 beds down there. I've got my diamonds and my emeralds all stored over there. So I can come in and I can just look at them longingly. And coming over this side as well, I also went and got some gold. And I've got some gold ore and some gold blocks. And that's very nice. I'm never going to spend it because I'm just going to sit on it because it feels so lovely. And this is my Smuggler's Cave. And I've blocked it off with a little bit of fence. And you can't, or guard rays, I can't really see too much when you come in from that hole at the top. And all in all, I think it worked out quite well. I'm really quite happy with it. One fairly decent Smuggler's Cave. It kind of looks the way I wanted it to. The transition from my head to the cave is about right. It's about right. I'm not too unhappy with it. So yeah. Anyway, Avomancia now has smugglers. Well, me. They're only smuggling mushrooms, so it's not too dodgy. But they're smuggling mushrooms into Avomancia. Alert! Alert! If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you're enjoying it, and I will keep on making them. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.